Hi, my name's Mariah. Welcome to my channel. Today I have a quick but powerful upper body bar arm workout for you. Now we're going to be utilizing weights and doing some traditional strength training moves, but what makes it quote unquote bar arms is the fact that we'll be drawing these sets out a little bit longer than normal to really focus on muscular endurance, which can really make a big difference in the way that our muscles respond. Now, when it comes to bar arm workouts, I'm always a big believer in that we want to be utilizing weights and we want to be working against gravity by squeezing, contracting that muscle against gravity, as opposed to just having our arms raised the whole time and doing things that really only fatigue our joints. We want to work our muscles, not our joints, so that we stay safe and that we get that sculpted look that we want. So let's get started.
So starting with our upright rows, remember you can always add some squats and lunges as you do these if you were wanting to make this a total body workout. Today I'm just making this all about arms. So if you're standing up tall, you're really going to press the feet down into the mat so that you start to lift up into the abdominals, pulling thighs energetically apart. This is going to help you find a little bit more power throughout the movement. All right, from here, palms face in towards the body, shoulders are relaxed as we draw those elbows out to the side and down. Lift and release. So things you want to watch out for as you do this, there's a temptation to draw the shoulders up closer to the ears as you do this, but we want to keep them down, keep those muscles working. Good, we're getting into our traps, as well as the muscles on the outside of our shoulders, our lateral delts. Good, let's do 2 more full range, please. Good, and now we're gonna take it up halfway only, all the way down. Good, so this should feel a little bit easier. We have a little bit less of a range against gravity that we're working with. Exhaling as you lift, inhale as you lower. Remember, belly pulls in tight. You're thinking tall thoughts. And now we're going to go ahead and take that to the top half range. Good. So again, watch those shoulders. Watch that they're not creeping up next to your ears. Whew. Make these slow and controlled. The slower the better when it comes to lifting weights. Yep. Good. Now here comes what Barre is famous for, and that's little bitty pulses. So we're taking small movements here, but it's still controlled. We're using muscles as opposed to bouncing. Starting to fatigue those muscles a little bit. Good. Give me 3, 2, 1. Pause here. Now, if you were just standing there, maybe you start to lift and lower the heels, just to give us a little bit of balance work to play with here. Good, and then return those heels down to the ground. Now we're gonna keep those elbows out to the side, shoulders down, and just send the wrists next to the elbows. So we're just straightening to the elbows, pulling it in. Straighten, pull it in. Yes, we're almost done with these. 2, 1, and release. Awesome. So give me some big shoulder circles here. Other direction. And we have one other series we're going to do here for our shoulders. This is going to work more of the front and side portion of the shoulders. The last one works more into the back. These are our lateral flies. Now you have the option to do these with long arms, just a little micro bend in the elbow so we're not locking into the elbow. Or, since we're going to be here a while, if you prefer, you can take your arms into 90 degrees at the elbow bend, where the elbow bends. And that's going to take a little bit of the weight out. Good. So we're only coming up to shoulder height, no higher than that. It's slow and controlled. Good. So see if you can control, like you're putting on the brakes as you come down with those arms. This is called the eccentric portion of the movement, where we're having to lengthen against gravity. Good, and now we're gonna come all the way up to the top half. Whew, so Even if the top of your range just changed because those weights are starting to feel a little bit heavier, that's okay. We're just moving it about half the distance than you would if you were returning those arms all the way down. Yeah. Exhaling as you lift, inhaling as you lower, still thinking about standing nice and tall, belly hugs in towards the spine. Feet are pressing into the ground. Now let's do 1 inch up, 1 inch down. So we're taking this at the highest part of our range, no higher than the shoulders, but probably by now that's not really an option anyway. So good. Remember, you can always drop down to a lighter set of weights too to finish these. We're holding these much longer than we would a normal set. Good. 3, 2. Now we're going to pause here. Now again, let's find those little heel raises as we keep those arms elevated. This is our isometric toning. Good. Finding some balance here through those calf raises. All right, pause here, heels come to the ground. Now just take the wrists all the way together. We're gonna keep the palms facing down this time and then open it back up. Good. We're almost done with shoulders. 3, 2, 1, and let's take those arms down. That feels good, yeah? All right, moving into our bicep curls now. Now there's different ways to do bicep curls. Today we're going to do them with our elbows next to our sides. So I'm going to demo because a lot of times I find a little tweaking here goes a long way. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what's going on with my elbows. There's a temptation to make it a little bit easier by drawing the elbows a little bit up as I lift, but I'm going to keep the elbows really close down so that the work of the weight coming forward is all by virtue of this bicep muscle right here contracting as opposed to just moving the shoulder forward to facilitate the movement. We're all about working into the biceps here. So let's step back in our position now, thinking our nice tall thoughts, having our good posture, and then it's all the way up on the exhale, lower down super slow. I would say like 80 to 90% of the people I see at the gym lifting weights lift weights too fast, and you miss out on the benefit when you try to use momentum or go too fast. The longer those muscle fibers are under contraction, the harder they're working. So it's different than cardio where speed spikes your heart rate. Today we're all about growing those muscle fibers, which leads to more metabolism, which leads to better shaping and sculpting of those arms, but of course leads to more strength so that we can do everything that's important to us. Good. Now we're taking it only halfway up, so forearms come parallel all the way back down. So elbows are still tucked in next to the rib cage. They haven't gone anywhere yet. Yes, so slow, so controlled. Let's find 4 more here. And now we'll take it to that top half. So palms come up to meet the shoulders, but elbows stay down, and then take those forearms down to parallel and back up. So just like the second story of the building here, of our bicep building. So our bicep curls, of course, they kind of give you a clue as to what we're working, those muscles in the front portion of the arms. Good. Whew. Keep it going. Here's 3, 2, 1. Could you pause here? Now we're going to take those elbows all the way in front of the shoulders and then back down. All the way, so arms come to parallel, elbows right in front of the shoulders. The arms are pretty narrow here. Yep, you got it. We're almost done with these bad boys. Then we just have our tricep kickbacks and our stretches after that. You're breezing through these. 2. Here's 1. Awesome. Now we do want to hinge forward for this next one to work into our triceps. That's going to increase the angle against gravity. So the further forward you hinge, of course you'll be feeling that a little bit in your seat as well, but the further forward you hinge, the harder your arms are going to have to work against gravity. We're coming into our tricep kickbacks. So palms are facing in towards the body, elbows stay nice and high. We're going to keep them lifted as high as we can as we extend the pinky side of the wrist up towards the ceiling and draw it back in. So the upper portion of that arm is not moving. I always love working triceps. It's great to have muscle definition in the backs of your arms. To me, it always feels really powerful to have sculpted triceps. And of course, we want to keep our triceps balanced with our bicep muscles. Good. Now, could you come in only halfway but extend those arms fully long? Yep. Could you keep the elbows lifted as you do that? Maybe even play with hinging a little bit further forward if that's okay, or come upright a little further upright if this is starting to talk to you a little bit. Good. Whew. So you're exhaling as you lengthen the arms, inhaling as you bring it back in part of the way. Good, now give me 1-inch pulses. So we're just gonna take the arms in a little and then fully straighten. So we're just barely softening the elbows and then fully straightening and really squeezing into the backs of the arms, those triceps as you lift the pinky side of the wrist up to the sky. Amazing. Good, we don't have much further to go. Okay, pause here. We're gonna lift those long arms now up to the ceiling and then back down just a little bit. So now the elbows stay straight the entire time. It's a little squeeze up, 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 up. 4, 3, 2, 1, and come all the way up to standing. So nice. Let's go ahead and set those weights down. Today was a short, sweet, but effective workout to introduce some muscular endurance to our muscles. Let's make sure and end with a little bit of stretching so that we relieve any type of tension we might have built up from contracting those muscles. So interlacing arms overhead, relax the shoulders down. The elbows may want to bend a little bit here. If so, that's okay. And just start to deepen into your inhales and your exhales, feeling the blood rush through those arms, energizing the tissues. Feeling those lungs expand with every inhale, belly pulls in with every exhale. And now bending into the elbows a lot, we're going to place the palms in towards the back of the head and then press the head into the hands, not the hands into the head. So you want to make sure that your chin is almost a touch lifted here. Again, shoulders we send away from the ears. And if you wanted a little bit more, we could even start to open those elbows a little bit more out to the side. Good, releasing out of that. Good, now pressing palms together overhead and then bending those elbows. So elbows stay fairly narrow, but we're gonna take those hands towards the back of the head, working our triceps. Breathing deeply, press those palms in for more stretch, more engagement. Good, let's come up. We're gonna take a bicep stretch now here, so you can either come to a wall or to a shelf and then just press your palm into that as you allow that wrist to bend. So the arm is about in line with the shoulder. And let's take it over to the other side. And release. All right, you gorgeous or handsome thing. Thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this so that other people decide to take a chance on this video as well. And if you want to hit that little subscribe button, I bring new workouts to you every single week. Barre, Pilates, yoga. I have short ones like this. I have long, full-length, total body workouts as well. So please consider subscribing so that we can join in the fun next time.